Okay. So I have Love and Hip Hop Atlanta's Mimi Faust on the line. How are you doing this morning?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. This week's past episode was pretty eventful, especially in terms of your relationship with Nico. Just to back it up a little bit, can you kind of explain or share how you and Nico met?
Nico and I met years ago, and we dated back in the day. And I ran back into Nico in 2012 in LA at the VMAs, and we, rekindled our relationship then.
Okay, gotcha.
And we started dating again back in 2012.
Okay, gotcha. And so on the show, you sort of explain how you found out about Nico and his marriage. Can you just, I guess for my purpose, just sort of explain, I guess, again, how you sort of discovered that about his marriage?
I discovered for real about his marriage actually was on Media Takeout. And I didn't believe it at first because Media Takeout prints a lot of things that aren't true. They printed things for me that weren't true. But something said, let me just ask him, because I was getting a lot of phone calls and stuff. And so I just said, look, this stuff on Media Takeout. And I came to him so just matter of fact. And he just came out and was like, yeah, that's true. I'm married. What?
Okay. Did you ever have any sort of inclination to ask him something like that?
I'll tell you what was very odd. The year before, when Eric and I went to the psychic said the guy that you're dating is, or the guy that you're with is married. Now, I didn't know if she was talking about Stevie. I wasn't with Stevie, but, he was my daughter's father. And I certainly it never occurred to me that it was Nico. So I just assumed that she was talking about Stevie, but the psychic did tell me that.
Gotcha.
It never occurred to me to ask Nico was he married, to answer a question, no.
Gotcha. Because I guess that's not a normal question you probably ask someone you're dating.
No, I would think the guy that, you were dating would kind of share that with you.
Right. Have you spoken to him since that episode aired?
Yes, no, I have not. Since the episode aired, absolutely not.
Okay.
No, I haven't.
Have you ever met his wife?
No, I've never met his wife.
Okay. Now, this is a rumor that I heard, and I'm not sure it's true or not. Does Nico have children? Does he have any children?
If he has kids, he doesn't have any that I know about. And I did ask him, after that, did he have children? And he said no. So.
Okay, gotcha. And I believe that I reported this a while ago, sort of as a question, but I had heard that at some point you and Nico were engaged. Was there any truth to that?
No.
Okay.
We couldn't be engaged. She's married.
Okay. I feel like I saw a ring, and it was on the ring finger, and then I had said, okay, thanks for clearing that up. What is the status of your, I guess, relationship now?
No, we're not together. There's no relationship. There's no status.
Okay. And at what point did it end? When you found out, or was it?
We had been going. It hadn't been good for a little while, but definitely after that, it was just. No, I'm sorry. That day that I found out that he was married is when everything just got. It was just bad, and it just was never right after that, and I wasn't able to get back on board with him with that being the case. So,
gotcha. Now, outside of the psychic, looking back, did you see any red flags?
The wife would call an awful lot, and when I would ask him about it, he would say that's his ex. They're still friends. They didn't have a bad breakup like Stevie and I, and they still communicate would be his response.
Okay.
But, yeah, she would call him A-Lock.
Okay, and he would, like, refer to her as
his ex.
Okay.
Yes.
So he would refer to her as his ex-girlfriend. Gotcha.
As his ex, correct.
Okay. Now, this may be a little bit premature to ask, but do you feel like there's any way that maybe you could forgive him or sort of, I don't know, I'd forgive him, I guess, you know.
Would forgive him and get back together with him?
Or just, I guess, just forgive him. Just forgive him. Just forgive him. We could start there.
I mean, I can forgive him. I would never forget that. I would probably never trust him again. But, yeah, I mean, I can forgive him and move on.
Okay. Now, I saw on the episode that, you know, after you discovered that he was secretly married, your friends, Erica and Arian kind of were saying that perhaps this made them believe even more that he leaked the sex tape. Do you now feel strongly about whether or not it was intentional or not?
I mean, as far as the tape is concerned, the bag was stolen, and I don't know. That bag did not come off the plane, so I really cannot point my finger at him 100%.
Okay. Now, in terms of the sex tape, and you talk about this on the show a little bit, you shared with your castmates that you actually shot new footage. Can you sort of explain what that means or clarify that?
Yes. The footage that Vivid Entertainment had was a tape that Nico and I made. That was the one that we did in the privacy, and the one that was, you know, was out of our possession. When Vivid received the tape, now that I don't know how this works, it has to be a certain amount of minutes for them to sell the tape, and what they had was not. So they required additional footage for it to be a certain amount of minutes. Initially, they had us by ourselves, you know, try to get them the additional footage, but it wasn't what they needed to sell. So we did this twice on our own, and they're like, this isn't right. We don't have the right angles. We don't have the right this. We don't have the right that. So they had to send someone in to get what they needed. That's where that came from, and this was after we had both signed on, agreed to, and everything else. They told us, okay, well, we need this, we need that. So at that point, I'm under contract. I had to give them what they needed at that point. This wasn't us. Go ahead.
No, so you were, I guess, contractually sort of obligated at that point?
Absolutely.
Okay. And so just so I'm clear, because I don't know too much about how the process works. So the tape was leaked, and Vivid contacted. Okay, so Vivid contacted you guys and said, hey, it's about to be leaked. Either you can, you know, try to make money off this, or maybe for free people are going to see this. So you guys decided, hey, okay, let's do a deal so we can try to make money off this. And then when they later realized that they needed more footage, so you guys shot more footage.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
I got it clear. Thank you. And so you tried 2 times on your own to do it by yourself. Didn't work out. So someone from the outside, I guess from Vivid, came and shot you guys.
Correct. A woman. One woman.
Okay. Oh, the woman. That's interesting.
I've heard all types of things. I've heard 5 people. I've heard lighting crews. I've heard production. I've heard all of these things, and none of that is true. There's also some article or something going around where I admitted that, that I lied about everything. I didn't lie about anything. It's just so much stuff going around that's not true. It's unbelievable.
Okay. Moving on, and you can clarify this, on Twitter, after the last episode aired, it sort of appeared as if perhaps you and K. Michelle maybe made up or made a step towards sort of having a friendship or I don't know what it was. What in my mind, that's what happened. But can you clarify, I guess, what, your relationship is now like with Kate Michelle and that sort of thing?
Oh, yeah, it was very simple. Kate Michelle tweeted, and I tweeted back, period, dot, end of story. There was no makeup. There was no friendship. She tweeted, and I tweeted her back. Plain and simple.
Gotcha. Moving on. Mimi, are you still convinced that Joseline and Stevie aren't really married?
Are married?
Are you still convinced they are not married?
They're not, no.
Okay. Okay.
No.
So this is something that I've kind of been watching, and along with the public and viewers and critics and stuff like that. I know your daughter spends lots of time with her father and Joseline. Are you concerned at all about allegations that, they do drugs or have in the past or?
Yes, that's a huge concern of mine. And as far as my understanding and what I know is that when my daughter is with her father, that Joseline is not present most of the time. She's either out of town or things of that nature. I've had several conversations with him about Joseline being around my daughter for the simple fact that if Joseline can't and does not respect the mother, I really don't feel comfortable having her around my child. But yes, that is a huge concern of mine. Stevie is a good dad, but he's also, there's two sides to him. And yes, that is a huge concern of mine.
Okay. Before I let you go, just some general questions. When do you feel most vulnerable?
That's an awesome question, Jasmine. Awesome. Okay.
You want to come back to it?
Oh, my God. Yes.
Okay.
That was really good. I'm glad you asked me that because you just made my mind work. Go ahead.
Okay. So we'll come back to that one. A little lighthearted. Who is your favorite celebrity, dead or alive?
Favorite celebrity, dead or alive? I'm going to pay homage to Maya Angelou. She was so inspiring, and she was just a great poet, and, her positivity was just through the roof. So I'm going to give it to Maya Angelou.
Okay. What is, I guess, the biggest lesson that your ex, which I guess would be Nico, taught you about yourself?
I would say to always have my business in order.
Okay. What's your biggest fear?
Something happening to my child.
Okay. I guess what keeps you up at night?
Not having my life in order. That really keeps me up. Not having my SHIT 100% together. And honestly, I'm up a lot because, do you ever have your life 100% in order? And if someone does, I'd really like to meet them so I can have a conversation with them.
Okay. What if you were a rapper, what would your rap name be?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, Jasmine.
Sorry. Almost done.
I don't, this is all hypothetical, so.
Right.
Let me see. How about MC Won't Stop?
Say it again.
MC won't stop.
Okay, that's great. When is the last time you cried?
Last time I cried was 3 days ago.
Okay. Oh, and what was it about, or do you not want to share?
I was just really frustrated with some things that were going on in my world.
Okay.
Cried it out and then kept it moving.
Okay. Have you given up on love, or you? I'll leave it there.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
No. There's over 1 billion people in the world. I think 7. Somebody's out there for me, definitely.
Okay. What? And can we go back to the question I asked you before?
What makes?
Yeah.
When do I feel the most vulnerable?
Yes.
God, that is so awesome.
Okay, you're going to have to email. You can just email me. Have Wendy email your response.
That's catch-22. Yes, I will do that. I would definitely email you that answer.
Yeah, have Wendy. Yeah, have Wendy email a response. And what do you see when you look in the mirror?
Oh gosh, I see lots of things. I can take you through the whole. I see lots of things. I see a strong woman. I see a weak woman. I see, How about that when I look in the mirror? Because I see so much, I just don't see one thing. I can look at myself and see everything that I am. So how about there's your answer?
Okay, that's perfect. Now, is there anything else you want to address before I let you go?
Oh, Jesus. How much time do you have, Jackson?
Not a lot, Mimi.
If I think of something that I really wanted to get out that I can't remember, I'll send it in an email for Wendy.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much, Mimi. Tony, thank you.
Thank
and I'll
you.
talk to you guys later.
Thanks.
Okay.